I think when I speak with men, there's a lot of thoughts that are cynical or jaded about where all the good women are. Where are those women who are looking for good men? Because many times what guys will tell me is most women just want enough money. They want a guy who makes a lot of money, a guy who is generous with the money, and somebody who will buy them material things and put them on a pedestal. But honestly, that's not the kind of woman you would want as a life partner. There are women who are intentionally dating, who are looking for a life partner. And they're not looking for bad boys. They're not looking for the rebels. But because they are looking for a man who is confident in himself and self-regulates, that does cross over a little bit with what the air, at least, of what a bad boy is. But the women who are seeking responsible partners for raising a family, for sharing a vision, a dream of long-term commitment and marriage, those women are different and they're looking for these attributes. And I want to give these to guys because if you're frustrated in dating, then the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to align with what women you're looking for. If you're looking for an intentional dating woman who would eventually want to have a family and be in a committed relationship, then your behaviors have to align with these characteristics. The first thing they want emotional strength and stability. This does not mean that they want a man who suppresses their feelings. They want a guy who's vulnerable, who's open, but they also want a guy who can talk about it. Because unless you've been able to talk about your feelings and cry in the past, when you do get an opportunity to be vulnerable and that emotion starts coming out, many times it's fearful to the woman because you are not in control of it. You've suppressed it so long. It comes out like a volcano. Even you are surprised by the reaction. So being in touch with your feelings and emoting and understanding who you are and in control of even the bad feelings, the sad feelings, that's going to be really important. The second, purpose and drive. Women do like ambition. They see it as very important, and the reason is because you are going to be their partner, and raising a child, they need to know that that child is not going to be raised in poverty, or that that child is going to have a driven, purposeful father who is actually going to help secure a lifestyle they can grow up in. Rather than get defensive about that, start looking at your own life. Where are you failing you? Where are you letting yourself down? Are you putting yourself out there, or are you just in defeat playing video games? It's a very important thing to understand and to look at seriously. The next one, integrity. Women want a guy who's going to do the right thing, even when nobody's around to applaud them. They want a guy who stands on his own morality, who is stable in that, and who is not going to try to cheat or do something that is illegal, because once again, if they're going to build a family with you, they need to know that child is going to have a good father. And it's really important. And you might have grown up in a home where that wasn't important. You're going to have to reparent yourself with that now. The next one, they need a man who is protective with the ability to not be controlling. Protective means you will stand up for them. If someone in the family is making fun of your partner or saying something negative, you will be supportive of your partner, but yet you're not going to punch a hole in the wall or squeal your car out of the driveway. They want you to be in control, because anytime you get out of control, you're telling that woman, don't trust me. I am unpredictable. I don't even know what I'm going to do. And that is a scary feeling to most women who want to find a life partner to build a stable, secure life with. Respect for others. It's very important that you respect her and that you respect others. Women look how you respect their family and your family. A woman who is looking for a forever partner wants you to be able to be respectful of your mother, of your family members, and they don't want someone who talks ill of others. If you show lack of respect for service people, it's very easy for the woman to see that you're disrespectful. And if you're disrespectful in small things, you'll be disrespectful in big things, because that means it's a default. When you get upset or you get moody, your respect wanes, and nobody wants to be around someone who's not straight up respectful of others. Playfulness and humorous. You can't be intense all the time. You have to be able to play. Are you willing to play with them? Are you willing to be silly for the sake of being silly? The best sex life is built on humor. And if you don't have it, it's going to be very difficult for your partner and you to find the humor in the crazy stuff that happens every day. They want you to be supportive in nature. Women are really charmed and intrigued when a guy will help someone on the side, a stranger, with a tire or with anything, really. It's very endearing to us. And we also equate that with you being a gentle and good father. And that's important for women. And self-responsibility. They don't want you being a victim or blaming a past parent or blaming a past boss. I know that's the rhetoric. I know it's talked a lot about government. Oh, we blame this, we blame this. They don't like that. They want a self-responsible man, because then they believe if he's self-responsible, if he was able to get himself in control and take care of what he had to do, even in this circumstance, then they believe that even when marriage gets tough or the going gets tough, bad things happen, kids get sick, that he will be there and he will stand strong even in those, indecisive, just terrible times that happen in life. It helps women feel better. It helps women feel more united. These are characteristics they're looking for. Some of them more so than others, but overall, when a woman is serious and intentional about dating and about perhaps getting married, they want these attributes. If you have these, you should be dating with no problem, because it is the number one thing is you're in charge of you, and that's very appealing. If this video is helpful for you, then please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.